Hey there. So today I want to cover something with you that transpired a couple of weeks ago. I set on this to see if my mentality changed on it because a lot of people wanted to applaud the second portion of this. Let's go through it. Let's look at it. Let's look at it all together, and then we'll actually comment on it. So, when I'm going through it, I'm actually not going to try to interrupt it like I normally do. We'll get to that on the back end of it. So Nasir here puts up something very positive. Got this from talking about Zack Kaplan here at C2E2 last month. Finally getting around to reading it. Just finished the first issue. It is one of the best introductory issues I've ever read. I highly recommend it to everyone. #MoveTheNeedle at TopCal. So Zack Kaplan comes in and says, "Hey Nasir, thanks so much for the praise, but I'm not trying to move the needle or support any movements that exclude anyone. Just trying to tell a good story. Respectfully, I don't think you should use that hashtag for my work." Nasir said, "All right, I'll exclude it next time." Then we have a whole day after blowback to this, which again, I'm not going to cover this yet. I'm going to come back to it as we draw a whole picture for it. So this was the statement that was given as a response. Sorry if this looks a little bit small here. I'll go through it with you. Yesterday, I made a comment about #MoveTheNeedle and got a lot of emotions going. So I decided to stop and listen. Really listen. Many comic book lovers shared with me that this hashtag represents a positive way to support comics they love and have a passion for, and that it's nothing more than that. Hey, that's great. I'm sorry that I did not know, understand, or consider this perspective. I've also heard it being used by a few in negative ways to hurt or exclude people. That's really unfortunate. I'm sorry about this too. What I realized yesterday, and I hope we can agree, is that different hashtags, phrases, or ideas mean different things to different people. Sometimes they are used positively and sometimes they are used negatively, but it's never a good idea to generalize them. Yesterday, a fan was using it positively and I generalized about its negativity. If I misrepresented and if I made any assumptions about its context or his intentions, I am sorry. If I misunderstood anything about its inclusive use or meaning to you, I'm sorry. If you use it in a positive way and felt offended or attacked by my comment, I'm sorry. It's easy to generalize. It's hard to listen. Please listen so I can tell you who I am. I value every comic book reader and their freedom to express their opinion. I value every one of my fans for their patronage and support. I support any hashtag, post, or exchange that celebrates support and positivity. I do not stand for any posts and comments that bully, threaten, or project bigotry. I do not engage in hate speech or hate. If you share these ideals, respond to me with civility and respect, and embrace communication without judgment, and give everyone a chance to listen. Thank you. We all love comics. Comics are awesome. I also believe if we focus on connecting with those who embrace respect and empathy and celebrate our amazing, undying passion for comics, then maybe we can create a better comics community for everyone. Now, when I look at all of this together, first of all, I'm reminded of the people that interjected negativity with this hashtag. People like this guy here. This guy represents a local comic book shop. He represents Big Bang Comics. He is out here maligning a professional, somebody that put up a #MoveTheNeedle post after someone had bought their works, the same type of mentality we just saw. You have him out here saying, if you see someone new to the industry retweeting a compliment that uses the Move the Needle hashtag and tags diversity and you know what, do you tell them or do you assume they know what they're doing? Not the only one having that thought today, basically. So it's deleted, guys. Met him the other day. He was supporting local comics, so I thought it was genuine. Sorry if you were all offended. Right there. Oh, I thought it was genuine. He bought my comic book. I thought it was genuine support. What exactly is support then when you go over that? I mean, I'm wondering there because that kind of stuff bothers me. But it showcases the type of mentality you get for literally supporting a boycotting tag, saying, hey, we're consumers here. No, you don't even get that. This here playing both sides of that spectrum, it doesn't work for me. But beyond that, I have this portion stuck in my mind because it talks about exclusion. It talks about the person to steer here being someone that excludes people. Now, how do you think that person feels after that, even if you went back and added this after the fact? I would hope that this professional would go back and talk to them, because I would never buy their work again. Respectfully, I don't think you should use that hashtag for my work. Well, respectfully, I own it now because I bought it, and I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you a thing at all. And I would take your work outside and I would throw it in the trash. After all, I did that. I threw your work in the trash, and I will never support your stuff again because I bought 3 issues of Port of Earth. I bought not the collected work of something, but I actually went out and I bought issues of it. And now I don't want to look at it anymore because of people like this. This guy comes out and says, hey, it's one of the best introductory issues I've ever read. I highly recommend it to everyone. Where exactly was the exclusion within that you couldn't see and had to have explained to you? Because that is a problem with these people these days. They think when they get blowback that they're actually going to do something, but this was maligning a consumer, someone that was positive about it. You basically deflated that positivity. You took away something from that person. You took away from the experience. You took away from the excitement of having that. You took away from the read and the escapism. You interjected self into the read. When the person here is talking about, please listen so I can tell you who I am, I don't care who you are. Maybe that sounds mean when I say that, but I'm here to enjoy your book. If you want to interact with me, that's fine, but we need to get past this hero worship mentality that we have with pros, because they draw pictures, they write stories, they don't cure cancer. They're not doing something like that, and I don't mean that negatively toward anyone that does it. I can't draw. I can't do it at all. I mean, when I draw, I've taken a few things from videos I felt very proud of, but when I look at someone very talented like an EVS, I can't do that. But there's something more within that. And you need to be respected for what you bring to the table, because you go out, you earn money, and again, you keep the lights on, you buy the supplies, you do those things. These people, they don't work in a vacuum there, so it doesn't matter who they are. You know, when they come out and they give you caveats, if then, there is no if or then. If you want to approach them with civility and respect, well, I think you're doing that when you buy their works. And I think that wasn't extended to the person when you said that without blowback. So for myself, I have a problem with the way this looks. The optic to it, it's still negative. It still sits there and it still festers. Like I say, this kind of thing is representative of an industry that has allowed this thought too far. I mean, we've never seen anyone actually go back and apologize for things, because normally we see them representing a commodity out there wherein they don't take a hit. You know, say a Marvel comic, for example, they can say whatever they want until the sales finally come in and they're finally low enough and their contract runs out. Then maybe something will happen. But this is direct impact. You know, if they go out and they represent something negative, well, these are independent titles. You can take away money from that, and you take away money from the person that said that. Well, like I said, when I look at this, I still see this post more than I see anything. I see that mindset. And again, I see somebody going in and capitulating to people that say, well, this hashtag, it's used negatively. When if you go and you look online, if you actually look the thing up, you spend, say, 2 minutes looking it up, scanning through results there, you may have some people going out and trying to give people utilizing it the middle finger. But in that, who is the bigot? I mean, who is the monster here? The person buying your work, or the person going out and maligning people who buy your work? Anyhow, tell me what you think about this stuff. Like I said, you may see it differently when you look at it. Some people have said, well, at least he's trying to change. I mean, is he? Is he really trying to change there? You could have ended this statement right here. You could have ended it with a couple of statements here. If you would have ended this right at the top, not put in all of this stuff, basically trying to play both sides of it, saying, well, if you're using it positively, cool. If people say that it's negative, I'm sorry that it's negative, and tried to exclude you. So again, that's trying to malign consumers still that are using stuff. I say just stop buying the people's things that can't see this in a totally positive way, because they don't want to. They don't want to look at that, and they're not truly listening. This person says they listened, and they're not truly listening. So anyhow, like I said, tell me what you think on it. Maybe you see it a different way. Thank you.